Hey there folks, it's another melting video. Right, sorry I've not put any videos up for quite a while. I've been really quite ill, but I'm almost back to normal health. So I've got some new things I want to try, some new molds. If they work, and they'll be great, hopefully. If not, then hey, here's what it is. Right, this here is a joss stick or incense stick holder it's got a candle attachment with a skull. It's sort of gothic themed. So we've got some pewter here. I've already prepared it with some talc, some releasing powder. I don't think my pot's big enough, so we'll just do our best. We'll start with the skull end first. Might have to do this in stages. We'll have to make some more pewter up in a minute. It might work. Let's give that a little bit of a tap there. Yeah, it's bubbling. Where it bubbles there, it means it probably won't work the first time round. It's basically because the mold is cold, so I should have warmed it up really first. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. This is just the first attempt. Right, we'll leave that and I'll get back to you. Right, got some more pewter in the pot. That's gone hard for now. So just a case of ow. I don't have my heat-proof gloves on me, so hang on, I'll just put you down a sec. I'm still here, don't worry. I snapped it. Alright, let's try that again. Right, so basically what I've done is I've tried rushing it, because you got to leave it for a certain amount of time for it to cool down and it goes hard. But you can see its potential. Your incense stick goes in there in the mouth, and you can also add a candle to it if you wish. So yeah, that's pretty cool, and it weighs quite a lot. So what I'll do is I'll melt up this next lot of pewter and we'll try it again. Right, so whilst we're waiting for that to cool down a bit, that one, I've got this alien here. It's supposed to be for resin, but you know, these molds can withhold the heat of pewter and bismuth. So yeah, we'll just go ahead and try this. I'm not guaranteeing this one will work, but we can but try. For his mouth. Give it a tap. Yeah, I don't think that's going to work, that one, is it? Still, it's only an experiment. I wasn't sure if that one was going to work or not. I'm going to get a load of resin and give these things a go. Right, so I'll move that out of the way. Right, just let that cool down. I'll move it and we'll peel this one out. There we have it, all intact. I think after a bit of polishing up, bit of filing, that'll look pretty freaking sweet. I think it is super heavy. I'll make a fantastic ornament for somebody. Alright, just let that cool down. I'll put some more pewter in there. And we'll try another mould. Right, I just put some more antique pewter in there to melt down. Okay, so whilst that's melting, this is the alien. Do you know what? That ain't bad. For a first attempt, I did not think that was going to work at all, not even slightly. It's a little bit rough here, but they bits can be trimmed off. That ain't bad. Yeah. Right, so we'll just let this pewter melt here and we'll get on to the next mould. Right then, so this next mould is supposed to be a skull held up with a skeleton hand, I think. I'm putting it in this pewter pot here just for a bit of sturdiness. And well, we'll just go for it and see what happens. You guys know by now I like to experiment. Wow, might not have enough pewter, you know. Oh, just. Only just. That took a full pot. Wow. Okay, we'll let that simmer down and we'll check it. Right folks, I kind of failed that one. Just put some more pewter on the melt and it's getting really dark now, so I'm gonna have to call it a day. Doesn't look like it on the camera because of the low light thing, but so I'll get back to you tomorrow. Right, hello folks. Right, it's actually been 2 days because of the I had to go to work and bad weather, but we're back. And what I've done, because that skull didn't really come out very well, so I'll remelt that at some point. Well, what I've done, I've got a little toy bucket which I filled with sand, and I've put the skull mould into it to keep it steady and hopefully stable. I'm not sure if that's enough pewter, so I'm going to melt a bit more and I'll be back in a sec. Right, I think I've got enough now, so go ahead and pour it in and I'll stay back and hope for the best. Right, I shall leave that for a good half an hour. Right, I don't have my tripod. It's not available right now. It's a shame because I've only got one hand. That big lump of failed skull, I just plopped it in there and exploded pewter everywhere. I was very lucky and very stupid. Right, so what I'm going to do is, whilst I'm still waiting for that to settle, I've got my sand, got some fresh sand here, new sand. This is Petrobond sand. I'm going to try and copy something. It's probably not going to work, but you know, I like to experiment and try things out. So, right, so what I'm going to do is, first of all, fill that up. Right, what is, I'll fill this up and I'm going to roll it flat with a rolling pin. Then we'll put the mythosaur token on there. Right, so what I've done is I've put the powder, the releasing powder on top of the sand after I've rolled it flat, of course, and I've put the token on and I've pressed it down, and I've added this. This is somewhere for the pewter, the molten pewter to pour down and hopefully make the impression. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this little sieve, put some sand in, doing this with one hand is quite awkward, and I'm going to just do that and cover the token. As much as possible. It helps it go into all the little nooks and crannies that are in there. So I'll carry on and do that. Then I'll put the top on, fill it up with sand, roll it flat, and I'll get back to you. Right, here's the moment of truth. Probably hasn't worked. Okay. Alright, so what I'll have to do now is remove this, and I'm going to use a little pin to try and pry that out of there. But I need both hands, so I'm sorry, I really should have a tripod. I will do next time. Bear with me a sec. There, that's removed. There's the mythosaur. It looks like this might actually work. So what I'm going to do is put both back together again. Very carefully, not to dislodge the sand. Put it upright. I'm just going to put some boards either side and clamp it, and I'll get back to you when we pour it. The size of that thing. Right, okay, so here we go. Let's do the pour. Get back a bit, I don't want it blowing up in my face. Yeah, simple as that. Now hopefully that's gone into the impression in the sand and made a replica of the this plastic token. Okay, right. Right, that there is just too hot to handle still, so I've taken the clamps off here. Let's have a look. Let's get my brush. Okay, I see a pattern. Yeah. It looks a little rough, but I'll get that out and I'll get it cleaned up and we'll have a proper look. That's not a bad first attempt. Yeah, I pulled it. I sort of, instead of lifting out, I snapped it off, and that's what happens, you see. Doesn't matter, it wasn't a great result anyway. There is another way I can pour. Instead of going through the top, I can go in from the side, so perhaps I should do that next time. Right, I have taken the skull out. Are you ready for this? Look at that. Now that is really heavy and I think that's actually really cool. Like a decaying skeletal hand holding up a skull. I'm going to go ahead and clean all this up and the other items I've made the other day, and I shall finish off. I'll see you soon. Right then guys, I've had a bit of a clean up, and you can see this is the incense holder that I made. It's all shiny. You put a candle this end, just like so. It's one of those tea light candles. I don't have an incense stick, but they do fit in the hole there. So that's pretty cool. It's super heavy though, proper good weight to it. Then there's the one I've just polished this one up. That looks, I like that. Proper impressed with that. What I'll do is I'm going to get some felt and attach to the bottom there, you know, so it doesn't damage. worktops or anything. And the same with the bottoms of that. I don't know what I'm going to do with that, to be honest. I might make it like a round board and paint it and then mount that to it. That would look super cool. My Dremel, the brushes on it died, so I've got to get some new brushes, so I couldn't finish the alien off, but that's still pretty cool. I'm happy with that. I had some spare pewter left, so I just poured them into a mold I already had, and yeah, there you go. So yeah, not a bad sort of sesh. Thanks for watching. Thanks for stopping by. If you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing, and everybody else and the newbies, please do give my video a thumbs up. That does help me out and makes me go a long way. Right, thanks again guys, and until the next one, I shall see you then.